Okay, today's video is going to talk about how to install a simulated brick wall. It's not actually a wall, as you guys will see on the video. This is what I did today, and I want to do a tutorial on it. I think it was pretty nice. You can put it in an office, a salon. My wife did it in her salon. It looks really nice. So I want to show you guys what the materials you need and show you guys how to do it. You can get this stuff at Lowe's. You can get it on Amazon. My wife got it on Amazon. Probably other places you can do a search online. You need a level for this, razor blades, and pencil and measuring tape. That's practically all you need. And okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel again. You guys remember this channel is designed for many things, so you'll never know what I'll have next. So today I have this. It's a simulating brick wall on your house or in your room or an office or a salon. In this case, my wife did it in a salon. This is the pieces she got left over. There's different designs. You can get them I think she got them at Lowe's, I'm not sure. But there's places you can look on them online too and get different designs, different, this is brick. In this case, there's a lot of different fall designs and different kinds of designs. So anyways, one thing I want to point out is you want to put your fullest piece up top. And when you cut the pieces, you want the cuts to be at the bottom. In this case, the cut is not very noticeable, so I'm going to keep the cuts on the bottom. A lot of times people will split the difference, but this one you can't really do that because it's got a lot of different pieces on there, so it's not going to be very noticeable. But if it was one solid piece and you made a cut on top, you walk in the room and you'll see the small piece on top. You don't want to do that. Sometimes you can split the difference, and start with the biggest piece in the center of your tile. So we're going to look at this like we're kind of laying tile, okay? So a lot of times people do this. They start in the middle and leave the cuts. They split the difference in the cuts, which it can look good, but in this case it looks awful. Why? Because then you have two cuts. So what you want to do is you keep the piece and you'll have your other piece. So it's just a small cut that you got to do on the bottom right there. So it won't even be noticeable. One thing I want to point out is you want to make sure your walls are level. In this case, I level the wall, and the wall is pretty level. It might be off about a quarter, which is I'm not going to worry about that too much because you won't be able to see that. Now next part, so about a quarter inch is about that off. Okay, so you can stick to the wall and kind of play a little bit off. Might make a line if you have to and work off of the line right there. Okay. Another thing is, as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, the lines here, and there's a line here. This is where this piece goes. But notice we'll have, I'm going to do this so you guys can see the lines now. Okay, now you guys can see the lines. Okay, so we have these pieces here. So now we're just going to measure that, and it's going to be 10 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these to 10 1/4. So it'll be a cut right here. So I'll cut it right here, and up top you can cut right up here, right in the middle of this if you want, or you can just cut, well actually this piece you can cut right through here and then down here. So you'll kind of leave an L shape, and then you just continue your next piece over here. Okay. Yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is excuse me. The next thing I want to talk about is how much material you need. Okay. So we're gonna start with this little piece here. Okay, we're just gonna trim it right here, and I'm gonna make it small for you guys. You guys can do that for the whole wall, but in this case we have a window in the middle. So we're not gonna worry about that right now. You can measure each individually, okay? So I want to talk about how much material you need and how to get the material you need. So we're going to measure the wall is 3 feet, okay, by 87 1/2, because I already measured it so I know. 87 1/2. So 3 feet by 87 inches 1/2. So 87 is equals to 8 feet. So really it's 8 feet length by 3. So how do you get your square footage on 8 by 3? Well, really simple. You multiply 8 times 3, and you get 24. So when you go to the hardware store, I mean, or wherever you're gonna go buy the product here, you're gonna say, hey, I need 24 square foot. Or simply just keep it simple for yourself. Tell them you have a wall that measures 8 by 24, and they'll break down the numbers for you guys and give you guys what you guys need. In this case, over here, it's 3 feet by, of course, so now you know that you got 24 here, 24 there. So 24 and 24 is 48. So you say 24, 48 square foot. And then you got this little piece here that measures another, it's 2 feet and 10 inches, but 2 feet and 10 inches is closest to 3 feet, so you always want to have extra, you know, if in case you rip something or you break something. So this is 3 feet by 4 feet. So you got 3 times 4 is 12, and you got 48. Now you got 12 is, what is 12 plus 48 is 60. So 60 square foot on this wall. And what about this little piece you're looking at? Well, you know, bring an extra piece. So 61 square foot wall. Or just bring the measurements to the Lowe's guys or the Home Depot guys or whatever you buy the product, and they'll tell you what to do, okay? And you can even get it yourself, okay? So now let's get to the part where we need to start doing cuts and start getting the job done. Okay, as you guys can see, I measured the size of these exactly to fit in each square. So now I'll know my cuts. You don't have to do it this way, but you can. So we're gonna start with laying the first piece now. We're gonna take the peeling part off. And we're gonna start off the top. Those lines are there to guide us. Once you stick these on the wall, it's gonna be very hard to take it off. So you want to make sure it's done correctly the first time. Okay. So you want to get the lines on the bottom. You want to press it in really good. Okay. We'll do the next one. You want to get as close as you can to it. Make sure you're on the lines, inside those lines that you marked. Okay. And go really slow, evenly with your hands. Try not to do what I'm doing right now. And then work your way down like this. Okay. Now the cuts, you practically just measure from here to there. It's 10 and a half. So you want to give it about 10 and 1/8, 3/8, 10 and 3/8. That's 1/8 before the half. So you want to have a little gap. If something doesn't fit correctly, you can add white silicone or match the paint. That's not what we're doing here in this case. Okay, so okay, so let's do this part now. Okay, as you guys can see, I have my markings, and I want to show you guys how to do this real quick. So now you have this piece. How are you going to measure how to cut this piece? Okay. Well, we already know that this piece goes right there, all right, and our piece ends up somewhere around right here, all right. So this is what we got. We got these. So we're gonna make a little piece out of that with these. So what do? We put it on here, and we'll lay it down on the floor like this. So this is the bottom, which is here, Okay, so don't get confused, because some people get confused sometimes. So then you measure from here to here, and you got 2 feet. I'm sorry, you got 10.5 inches. I mean, yeah, 10, is it 10.5? 10 and a quarter. It's just 10 and a quarter. So what we do is we mark our first line, 10 and a quarter right there, which we already have it there. And then I mark 10 and a quarter on the other end. All right. And then I mark my line. So the 10 and a quarter here, and 10 and a quarter here. So now this whole piece is from here to up here, right there. Okay? But now we gotta add this extra piece. So what we do is, once we mark our lines here, we mark the line all the way through. Okay, so you have it there. So now you want to do the top piece. So remember, this piece is like this. Okay, so now we want to measure what's the from here to here. In this case, 2 feet exactly. So what do? I measure from the bottom up to 2 feet. 2 feet right there, and 2 feet over here. And I mark my line. As you can see there, I already have it. Okay? And now we're gonna cut it so you guys can see here the design. See, this is the piece that we're getting rid of. As you guys can see right there, we're keeping a piece that goes like this. As you guys can see. I'll show you guys right now how that works, okay? Yeah, so okay, so now that we have our things lined up, so let's double check. We're cutting a piece about here and here, which is the piece that's gonna fit right there. So we got our markings about correctly. So this is the piece we're getting rid of right here. So let's do this. Okay, so you guys can see we got the piece out. Remember, it was just this piece. And we're gonna try it out. If you need to make some, you know, some little extra cuts, go ahead and make them. In this case, I had to cut a little bit more off this end, so I did strip it down. But it looks like it's right on there. Top looks good. You want to always match their lines. So let's glue it on there. Okay, so the more air you put on it, the more smooth it comes out. As you guys can see, the less air. That's right. That's about what we need right there. I'm gonna open up a little bit more product. You always want to have a rag with you in case you get parts that you don't want to get, or you can just tape it down and mask it down. In this case, I'm going to do this wall first because it's not textured, so. I'm going to put another coat on there. Right now I just want to show you guys and finish off what we started, okay? So let's get back with it. Okay, so this is the patch we have. We got to texture it. And you're going to go in a circle of motion, like, kind of like this. You're going to spread it out, you know? And then like if you have this rag here, you can clean up the stuff that you don't want texture on. So for in this case, the frame, I don't want texture on it. You can mask it, but you know, I do it this way. If it's just a little bit, you know, a touch up or something, then you can just do that, okay? I'm gonna put another coat on it. So that's pretty much it. After that, you're gonna wait until it dries a little bit, not completely dry, but you're gonna wait until it's like kind of damp, not so dry, not so wet, where you can run a spatula to it. You know, if I run a spatula to it and make that flat looking, I can probably do it up here, but I can't do it here because I'll smear it out. So I have to wait till it sets a little bit, and then you can run the spatula and you make that flat looking texture. Okay. Okay, so here it is. We're all done. As you guys can see, this is the finished product right here. It looks very nice. So please guys, subscribe and like, give it a big thumbs up if you like this tutorial. Remember, this channel is designed for different activities. You'll never know what I'll have next. So please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.